struggled with mental health, specifically anxiety. Struggling with mental health is something that takes a toll on people more than it may seem. I've been going to therapy since I was 9 years old, and to say it changed my life would be an understatement. As helpful as it is, it could also be very expensive, and with the amount of people in the US that struggle with mental health, not everybody has access to that. Nearly 50 million people in the US struggle with mental health. A recent survey shows that 42% of US adults who needed care in the previous 12 months did not receive it due to costs and other barriers. That inspired me to find an alternative way people can improve their mental health that is more accessible. Hi, I'm Ellie Lexicos, and for my senior project, I spent time outside to see how it affected my mental health. I took a deep dive into the specific factors of nature that help a person's mental health. Those things were sounds, sights, and weather conditions. The first thing I'm going to be talking about today is sounds. During July, my family spends 1 week in Maine with family and friends. I took this opportunity to see how spending time at the beach affected my mental health. As most of you probably already know, the beach is very loud, but it's not just because of the people there. It's because of the ocean and its waves. Those who live near the ocean experience less psychological distress. People dwelling near the ocean tend to be calmer and have fewer anger outbursts. With the amount of time that I spent at the beach during this week, I can vouch for that. Laying in the sand, closing your eyes, and listening to the waves brought my body a sense of calm. It erased any negative thoughts that were in my mind. Not all places in the US are lucky enough to be near the ocean, so when given the chance, go and see how it makes you feel. The second thing I'm going to be talking about is sights. Another thing that I took the time to do during this 10-week period was go in the woods and go on hikes. A big factor of improved mental health and being outdoors is being in a green space. Being in a green environment has been proven to lower risks of depression and speed up psychological stress recovery. Ecotherapy is a therapeutic treatment that involves doing outdoor activities in nature. Lots of people who perform ecotherapy use it as a chance to start doing some of their indoor hobbies outside if it's possible. A quote that I found that was said by somebody doing ecotherapy was that being in a supportive gardening group transformed my life and saved the life of my partner who had attempted suicide 4 times before she regained hope. Studies have shown that green spaces can lower stress, reduce rates of depression and anxiety, reduce cortisol levels, and improve general well-being. After spending as much time as I did out in the woods in a green space, I can tell you, it truly helped. The third thing I'm going to be talking about today is weather conditions. While spending time outside, I had multiple different experiences with different weather. Some days I lucked out in the sun, while others I got caught in the rain. When it is sunny, it has been proven to increase the body's serotonin levels. And even if it's cold outside, as long as the sun's out, the benefits are there. Serotonin is used in the body as a mood stabilizer, and even the sun's UV rays can help, because the cells that produce skin pigment produce and release endorphins that will boost your mood. Most of my experiences took place while the sun was shining, but one experience was not. As I was going on a walk in the woods, it started downpouring all over me, and that really changed the way I was feeling before it started raining. And that just helped to prove my point that weather conditions truly do matter. Along with spending time outside this summer, I also worked on putting together a documentary that shows all the activities that I did. For some of the adventures that I went on, I recorded how I felt before doing it and after. These videos really helped to show what my project was all about. To add something super cool and interesting to my documentary, I took the time to reach out into my community by interviewing people on this topic. I asked each of these people how their experience outside has affected them, and their responses were amazing. The people I chose to interview were people that I know spend a lot of time outside, so getting to know their take on this topic was really insightful. After speaking with Annika Michaels, somebody I know spends a lot of time outside, I found that I really enjoyed her quote that talks about how nature just grounds her, it helps her with stress management, and it helps her bring her back to center when she's dealing with something difficult. After this 10-week period, that quote really resonated with me. While interviewing Miss V, the advisor of Adventure Club, I found it really interesting when she told me that for the past 3 years, every single day, for a half an hour, she's been spending time outside. She started doing this when COVID hit, and as most of you know, COVID affected a lot of people's mental health because we were all stuck inside with not a lot of social contact. So getting to hear this was very inspiring and interesting. In the beginning of this project, I was having trouble coming up with what I was going to do. But taking something like mental health that means a lot to me and has affected me for most of my life, it was an amazing opportunity. If you're looking to start going outside and aren't sure where to start, starting up new hobbies is an easy way to get outside. Some hobbies can include gardening, hiking, or maybe even just starting an outdoor sport. We are very fortunate to live in such a beautiful state that has mountains, lakes, oceans, rivers, you name it. We also have 4 seasons, and I don't think that everybody takes advantage of that. Now knowing that all of this boosts your mental health, I hope you take this information and run with it. I am so happy that I got to share with all of you how important it is to take care of your mental health, and that doing that doesn't just mean going to therapy. It can also be spending time outside.